Lydia, welcome back to F.A.C.E. Blake, team, thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Coach.
Good hunting. And we're bringing back, Lydia was a pioneer when F.A.C.E. Only had a nose and an ear. Before F.A.C.E. became a, a complete look. Lydia was here talking about cable years ago. Lydia, how are you? It's great to have you back.
I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Boy, do you look like an executive and a woman that is, ready to conquer and dominate the world. So it's great to have you, Lydia. And I see you have a lot of interests. Things have changed a little bit for you. You want to talk about that? I mean, you're expanding your universe in the last year or so, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I've moved solidly into private markets and venture capital on the continent. It's been very busy. It's been very exciting to delve into that work fully and with the team that I've joined. So that's been it's been a lot of fun. It's been very eye-opening to see the activity that's going on in venture right now in Africa. And then it's just the more time I spend on the continent, it's interesting to see the Forex plays like on Main Street, their Main Street versus our Main Street versus the markets. So it's been an amazing year for me and in the markets in general.
All right, well, great. Always rooting for you. You're going to show us some of your looks here with sharing your screen, Lydia. Sure. I remember last time we were together, we were kind of looking for a pullback in the guppy, and then you said I stole the trade from you. See my memory? And and it did turn out to be a huge winner, that pullback in guppy and then the big move. But we could start with EG if you want here. What are you thinking here? Is this just another failing rally, or could this turn into something more than that?
No, I think this is a failing rally. This is just the daily chart. I was checking out the weekly where I like to start just to see these failed highs here on the weekly. But more importantly, it's been this play staying below this 86.50, 86 long term. I think last time we were together, we were looking at it trying to pop back up above 85 or fall lower. And so this is what, it goes with the overall weak euro theme. I heard Blake discussing with the euro dollar. It's translating off with the euro pound. I think the pound has been surprisingly strong.
Yeah, real surprisingly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. It's always nice when I'm surprised when other traders are surprised too. It's been surprisingly strong against the euro, against the yen. So here I expect this, like you said, when we drill down, there's definitely a failing rally. When you come in and see these bottoms here.
Stelios has been talking 83, 82 for a long time. In your view, is that target viable?
That's a viable target again on the long-term time frame. I see us targeting these lows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we're below 86 and now 85, I agree with that assessment. I think this setup right now is a nice one to set up for shorts. Right into the fibs. It's quite nice, actually, quite perfect. If we get above 85. If it goes into 85.30, that's the short you would love. But anything above 85, I think, is a great short setup right now. And then obviously stops above 85.70, it looks like. I'm looking at the 618 here, guys. Yeah. But this is a setup, I think, for short term if you're not currently in the short trade and conservatively. Well, maybe not even conservative.
Would you do it? Let me ask you this, Lydia. Do you would you put on new positions a day before maybe the most important Fed meeting in quite some time? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't important. You know what? Maybe I'm just making it important.
I think generally speaking, for me, so everyone, this is for me. I would, but I probably wouldn't get in that market. I would set up. So meaning, limit orders, finding the levels that you want to trade at, because what's likely going to happen is that we might get those knee-jerk reactions that then trigger your trade, but then the market falls in the opposite direction of the knee-jerk. So I would be
and then we have BOE, and then we have BOE on Thursday.
Exactly, especially with this the pairs I'm looking at. So I have set up in front of central bank decisions to great results and horrible results. So and usually the horrible results is like you weren't aware of what was on the calendar. I wasn't aware of the hour. So being cognizant of what time of day, but I love to set up. I love looking for setups and then setting up accordingly with orders, because likely we'll get that movement and that kind of buy the rumor, sell the news type of movement.
Yeah.
Which can really trigger you at a really great price. And then you watch the market falling.
So you have limit orders in prior that maybe without a news event, the market wouldn't achieve those levels, but because of the event, you might get an edge and be able to short it higher than normally because of central bank announcements.
Yes.
Got you. All right. Okay. So were you expecting anything? Do you have any expectations from Fed and the BOE? You used to talk a little bit about the BOE.
I have no expectations. I agree with Blake in that the Fed, I shouldn't say they've lost
in a box.
I feel like they've lost their independent thinking, and they're really watching the markets probably a little too closely in terms of
they had positions on.
Oh, exactly. Well, and there we go.
See, there you go. We wondered why the Fed watched the market was S&P dependent.
Watching the market so closely. I mean, more closely than we've ever seen them, but you're absolutely right. They have positions in the market now. And so, are they trading their book? It's things that we have to think about as traders somewhat when it comes to these announcements.
Yeah, never thought we'd have to worry about that.
I'm telling you, at least not in the US. I think we worried about that with the Bank of Japan, Swiss National Bank. And now the Federal Reserve has joined what is really uncharted territory, and especially for our markets. And it makes you angry. It makes people wonder. Angry would be appropriate as well.
Yeah, I mean, my nephew, I asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, I want to be a Fed governor. I've watched you, Dale. I don't want to go through that. So
wow, how insightful is that?
No, I made it up, but if I was my nephew, that's what I would say to me. And anyway, so all right, so we have some central bank action, and know your bias here in Euro Pound. I bought it last week. I got out today. I don't care where it goes now. So how about against commodity currencies? Aussie had been on a tear up until today, and okay. Bear market rally
with the Aussie. Yeah, so the Aussie, I like to take these bigger looks real quickly in the daily. Yeah, I mean, commodities remain on a tear. I think they remain on a tear, and I think against the pound, I mean, in particular, we're going to just continue to see the com dolls continue to rally, and so it's the same kind of play. You want to short these rallies. For me, it would be into a Fibonacci level.
Okay.
And here, just to see these waves kind of playing out. Here, we take the most recent wave down in here. And really, I'm giving you guys like a really crude way I would do this.
Yeah. Do you even have time with everything you're doing? You still teaching people how to trade?
I don't have students at the moment. What I do is now I watch markets.
You just sell your course, and say, here, figure it out, huh?
So I don't have active students anymore, but I do watch the markets with my analysts. I have 2 analysts, so we look at markets every day. I can't get away from the markets, so this is kind of how I would step down. If I was looking at this trend new and fresh, and then I can isolate out just to clean it up, the lines here a little bit, but isolate out
that
it is this
85 level is pretty important. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is, I'll be just looking for opportunities to short a pound against the Aussie, against the Kiwi, against the Canadian dollar.
And how about then of course we have the yen.
Oh, let's go to the guppy. Just save my favorite for last.
That still looks constructive. So we were talking about buying that pullback. I think it was to 48. Last time you were on.
Yes,
it's down there.
Yes.
Right.
I think that was back in July. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Wow, we both like that one.
It broke out.
I forgot about it and didn't do it. I hope you did. It was a great.
No, I got out when it pulled back in here or in here, one of these pullbacks. So didn't realize this full this full breakout that finally happened in October. Huge. Yeah, this month has been great for the pound.
Yeah.
And you already have seller buyers setting up. So we already have the touch at the 38.2. Yeah. Still very, very bullish trend. You already have, like I said, the buyers have set up. If you can get it to, I like to set up into the 50, particularly on guppy, but if it's anything, if it stays above 38.2, I mean, this remains bullish. And this dip is basically an opportunity to get back into the trend if you missed it, or if you want to reset. So I don't like it here now at above 155. I would want it to come back below 155 before setting up again. But if you got in, this is you move your stops to break even and let it ride.
Right. Yeah, it looks like new highs are coming there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
See, your RSI confirmed the price move. So normally markets on peak when momentum is confirming price.
Exactly.
That's what some old guy coach told me once. Anyway, so anything else you want to cover?
Yes, cable.
All right.
Yeah. I've been so the dollar is such a mixed bag. It's been so confusing when you look at it against emerging market currencies, where it's so strong. I mean, it's ridiculously strong, strongest I've seen it since, in my career. Yeah, wow. It's the dollar is so strong against emerging market currencies right now. And of course, I'm talking about African currencies. And then you look at it against commodities, and it's been strong despite last year's move in commodities. And then you look at it against the majors, and it's weak against the strong against the European currencies. It's weak against the commodity dollars. And so there's no uniform trend in the dollar. It depends on what
That's a great point.
It's weak against crypto. And so it's all over the place. I don't have a trend for dollar. I wanted to come on and say weak dollar, strong dollar, and it's all, what are you looking at? What market are you in? Right now, dollar is really strong in private markets. When you look at venture, so it's the dollar is still king in terms of its importance in these markets, but it's not. We don't have a uniform trend in the dollar, and that makes it. It doesn't make it as fun when you can just short or buy dollars against anything and everything.
Yeah, you have to do your work now.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to be more of a currency.
Dollar.
Yeah. All right. That's a pearl. And I haven't heard many people mention that, your comparison to what the dollar is king, and sometimes it's a prince and sometimes it's a serf, depends what you compare it against. So that was excellent, Lydia. You want to show people how they could follow you and perhaps participate with you? And I know that you're also a registered investment advisor and you manage funds, or also guide people for the long term. And any feeling on, since you are an RIA, if I came to you with 100K cash right now, would you deploy it?
You mean in public markets? So I would talk to you about private markets.
You would? Okay.
Yes, I would talk to you about private markets.
And what's liquidity like if anyone ever needed to get out of a private deal?
Liquidity right now depends on what region of the world. So so private markets are still long-term, long-term investment, of course.
Meaning illiquid.
Yeah, so they're liquid in the short term. So once you start getting to the 5-7 year mark, or the company starts to prove its mettle, it starts to prove its growth, the secondary markets are actually quite active, even with African stars, particularly with African startups, as we've seen. The company I've joined, I think we're talking about an exit right now that's been put on the table before us. So secondary markets right now quite robust for very strong companies. People want to get in. That's why I was saying that the activity right now on the continent is amazing. People want to get in, but they want to, obviously have a de-risked investment. So getting it in the secondary markets with a company that's already shown growth and proven growth and has a proven growth trajectory. There's a lot of interest for those secondary shares. The liquidity is there, and it's only getting better. So it's only getting more robust in terms of in when we're talking about secondary markets. And then IPO opportunities. We've been talking to the London Stock Exchange, their AIM exchange, just to talk about how companies can IPO, and their restrictions are a lot more favorable. They have less of a threshold than like the New York Stock Exchange. So that's been interesting to learn.
Liquidity. How about SPACs? What do you think of SPACs?
They're all the SPACs. So SPACs, so this is what I think. So I was at a dinner last week in Los Angeles and talking to a trader who's been trading for 41 years. And what I think SPACs are is an opportunity to get liquid. That's what I actually think these are. I think this is a lot of folks who want to get liquid faster, don't want to wait for their companies to IPO. And SPACs have been an opportunity for a lot of private market investors to get liquid and get their cash in a vehicle that's faster.
They're ringing the register.
So, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So all these SPACs, folks, this was the eye opener for me last week. These are investors getting liquid. This is not because we have a new trend in a new trend in the market where SPACs are now becoming these more acceptable vehicles. No, I think it's an engineered way to get cash. That's what I think. And so we all have to be very cognizant of when investors are trying to raise cash, what's going on in the market. And to me, it's a positioning. We always say sidelines is a position. Cash is a position, but it's a position so you can get ready for the next opportunity in your market. So I don't know if it's crypto. I don't know if there's, something coming in stocks with the tapering, but a lot of the older investors right now are ringing the register and they're getting liquid. And to me, that's what I asked them. So you're getting liquid for what? What's the next move in the market? And they brilliantly said, cash is a position in the market. Like, okay, no problem. You don't want to talk your books.
Yeah. Well, maybe they smell a 30-40% correction in the market next year.
That they said all of this is cows going off to slaughter. They said they've seen it before. And these are guys who made money in 2008. So I was just listening and asking questions.
Great interview, Lydia. Okay. Really, I'm glad that we got, that we didn't just, stick to the usual agenda and, that we got off on this tangent, because I think you said some very important things people need to take to heart before they press the button on some of these things that have become popular. So always, Lydia, appreciate your insights, and always great to talk to you, my trading warrior sister. I hope all your venture capital deals mushroom and become huge, and rooting for you. Consider you a friend.
Thank you. Likewise, Dale. Thank you so much.
All right. And I'll reach out to you on Twitter, and we'll get another date, keep you in the rotation. Okay.
Okay, great. Just to answer a question that came in the chat, I see cable going to towards $1.35 and ultimately breaking this low right here. I can go through the setup, but to me, it's bearish. And we had these false breaks above $1.40. I really thought we were going to get more bullish in cable. I thought the dollar was weakening. But these have been false breaks, and then to stay below 140 on any kind of bullish move after that, we're headed back towards $1.35. And if we could see a setup, I actually like $1.30, but
I was just going to say your moving average looks like a magnet to me.
Yeah. So, and this is a weekly chart, but on the daily, it's still quite bullish, which is why I was looking at it. So we could still probably return towards 138. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility there. But to me, it's a shorting opportunity. Stops above the moving average, or even a bit higher if you like 139. But that's kind of what I see. I definitely think this is going lower, and we're breaking. We're going below these lows. So yeah, 135 from here, but yeah, I like $1.30.
Okay, Lydia, bearish cable. I'm bullish Lydia, and really appreciate you being here, my trading warrior sister.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good luck in everything you touch. Okay.
Thank you, Dale. Same to you.
All right, so that's a wrap, everyone, for Turnaround Tuesday. Good hunting the rest of the day. You could join the team in 20 minutes in the morning edge. See you tomorrow for the Fed. Adios. And remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Monica saying thank you, Lydia, Chad. People enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Adios, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hey traders, this is Blake Morrow with ForexAnalytix. Thanks for stopping by our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like these videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the content that we provide here for free. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.